Rich Thinking, written and published by Rich Audiobooks. What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, there's a switch inside your mind that's either set to attract wealth or repel money, and most people have no idea it even exists. For years, you've been wondering why some people seem to effortlessly draw money into their lives like magnets, while others work themselves to the bone and barely scrape by. The answer isn't education, connections, or even talents. It's something far more powerful and completely within your control. You see, there's a hidden program running in your subconscious mind right now, making financial decisions for you every single day. This program was installed when you were young, shaped by things your parents said about money, experiences you witnessed, and beliefs you absorbed without even realizing it. And here's the shocking truth. This program is probably working against you. It's keeping your wealth switch firmly in the off position, blocking the very abundance you've been desperately trying to create. But what if you could flip that switch? What if you could reprogram your mind to become a natural money magnet, attracting opportunities, resources, and wealth with the same ease that you currently push them away? In the next few minutes, you're going to discover the exact mental switches that separate the wealthy from the struggling, and more importantly, you're going to learn how to flip every single one of them. This isn't about working harder or finding some get-rich-quick scheme. This is about activating the wealth-attracting power that's been dormant inside you all along. Are you ready to flip your wealth switch and finally start living the abundant life you deserve? Lesson 1. The Wealth Switch. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract money effortlessly while others struggle no matter how hard they work? The difference isn't luck, education, or even talent. It's something I call the wealth switch, and you're about to learn how to flip it on. Think of your mind like a house with millions of light switches. Each switch controls a different part of your life. Right now, your wealth switch might be set to off or dim without you even knowing it. This happens to most of us early in life when we pick up messages about money being hard to get, rich people being bad, or wealth requiring endless struggle. The good news is that switching on your wealth magnet is simpler than you might think. It starts with understanding that money responds to your energy more than your actions. When you walk into a room feeling confident and powerful, people notice. The same thing happens with money. It's attracted to people who radiate wealth energy. I remember Sarah, a client who came to me dead broke and desperate. She had tried everything, working overtime, starting side hustles, even gambling. But her wealth switch was stuck in the off position. We started with one simple practice. For 10 minutes each morning, she would close her eyes and feel what it would be like to be wealthy. Not just having money, but being the kind of person who naturally attracts abundance. At first, Sarah felt silly. But she stuck with it, and within weeks, opportunities started appearing. An old friend offered her a business partnership. A skill she'd taken for granted turned into a profitable consulting gig. Money began flowing from unexpected places. Her wealth switch had finally flipped on. Your wealth switch gets activated when you shift from chasing money to becoming a natural money magnet. This means changing your energy before your bank account changes. Rich people don't wait until they're wealthy to think wealthy thoughts. They think wealthy thoughts first, and the money follows. Here's a secret about your wealth switch. It responds to feelings, not facts. Your current bank balance, job situation, or debt level don't matter. What matters is the feeling tone you bring to money. When you feel abundant, grateful, and excited about money, you're turning your switch on. When you feel worried, stressed, or negative about money, you're turning it off. The wealth switch isn't something you flip once and forget about. It needs daily attention, like watering a plant. Start each day by imagining yourself as a powerful money magnet. Feel money being naturally drawn to you. See opportunities everywhere. Act as if it's impossible to stay broke. Many people resist this practice because it feels like pretending or lying to themselves. But here's the truth. Your current money situation is the result of past thoughts and feelings. If you want different results, you need different thoughts and feelings first. This isn't fake it till you make it. It's align first, then find. The universe doesn't judge whether you deserve money or not. It simply responds to your wealth switch setting. When the switch is on, money flows. When it's off, money stays away. Your job isn't to figure out how money will come to you. Your job is to flip and maintain your wealth switch in the on position through your thoughts, feelings, and energy. Today marks the beginning of your new relationship with money. Your wealth switch is already installed. It just needs your permission to turn on. As you move through this book, you'll discover more ways to strengthen your wealth signal and keep your switch firmly in the on position. Money is waiting to flow to you. Are you ready to flip the switch? Lesson 2. You think poor, you stay poor. Your thoughts about money shape everything about your financial life. Right now, as you read these words, your bank account reflects the sum total of how you've been thinking about wealth. This isn't some feel-good theory. It's a practical truth that plays out in people's lives every single day. So let's get real about what poor thinking looks like. It shows up as that little voice that says, "I can't afford that," before you even check prices. It's the gut reaction of, "That's too expensive," when you see something you want. It's the belief that rich people must have done something wrong to get their money. These thoughts might feel normal to you because they're so common, but they're actually blocking your path to wealth. Your brain is like a money magnet, attracting whatever matches your deepest beliefs about wealth. When you think poor thoughts, you notice and create poor circumstances. You'll walk right past opportunities because your mind is tuned to lack instead of abundance. You'll take actions that keep you stuck in the same financial situation, all while wondering why nothing ever changes. The real cost of poor thinking goes far beyond missed opportunities. Every time you think, "I'll never be rich," or "money is hard to come by," you're programming your brain to make those thoughts your reality. These thoughts affect your decisions, your energy, and even how other people respond to you in business and money matters. Poor thinking costs people thousands or even millions in lost income over their lives. Your focus creates your financial reality. When you constantly think about bills, debt, and not having enough, guess what fills your life? More bills, more debt, and more situations where you don't have enough. It's like tuning a radio. You'll only hear the station you're tuned to. If you're tuned to the poverty station, that's all you'll receive. Breaking free from poor thinking starts with awareness. Notice when you say things like, "I can't," or "I'll never," about money. These are clues that you're stuck in poor thinking patterns. Start replacing these thoughts immediately with, "How can I?" and "When I." Watch how your mind begins opening to new possibilities just by changing these simple phrases. Rich thinking feels different in your body. Instead of that tight, stressed feeling when you think about money, you'll feel expansive and excited. You'll start seeing opportunities where before you saw obstacles. Your energy will shift from worry to wonder, from fear to fascination about what's possible for you financially. Take control of your money thoughts today. When you catch yourself in poor thinking, pause and ask, "What would a wealthy person think in this situation?" This simple practice begins rewiring your brain for abundance. Start speaking about money the way wealthy people do, with confidence, excitement, and expectation of good things. Your thoughts about money are either working for you or against you right now. There's no neutral ground. Every thought is either moving you toward wealth or keeping you stuck in lack. The good news is you can change these thoughts starting right now. Your poor thinking patterns may have built up over years, but you can begin dismantling them today with conscious awareness and new choices. Rich thinking is a skill anyone can learn, just like learning to ride a bike or speak a new language. It takes practice and persistence. The more you catch and correct your poor thinking patterns, the more natural, wealthy thoughts become. And as your thoughts shift, watch how your financial reality begins shifting too. Your bank account has no choice but to follow your dominant thoughts about money. Lesson 3. Desire without doubt. Your biggest wealth block isn't lack of money, knowledge, or opportunities. It's the doubt that creeps in right after you dare to desire more. Think about the last time you imagined having abundant wealth. Within seconds, a little voice probably whispered, "That's not possible for you," or "Who do you think you are?" This is the doubt trap, and it stops most people from ever achieving their financial dreams. Pure desire is like a laser beam, focused, clear, and unstoppable. But when doubt mixes in, it becomes like scattered light, losing its power to manifest what you want. The universe responds to clear signals, not mixed messages. When you say, "I want to be wealthy," but immediately follow it with, "But I don't know how," or "But that's not realistic," You're sending static instead of a clear signal. Many people feel guilty about wanting money. They've been taught that desiring wealth is greedy or shallow. But money itself is neutral. It's simply a tool that can be used for good or bad. When you desire money to create positive change, support your family, or make a bigger impact in the world, there's nothing to feel guilty about. The key is connecting your desire for wealth to your higher purpose. Think of desire as a seed and doubt as the weed that chokes it. To grow your wealth, you must tend to your desire while pulling out doubts as soon as they sprout. Start by writing down your exact desired income and lifestyle. Be specific. How much do you want in your bank account? What experiences do you want to have? What difference do you want to make? The more clear and detailed your desire, the stronger its pulling power becomes. When doubt shows up, and it will, don't fight it or feel bad about it. Simply notice it and let it pass by like clouds in the sky. Replace doubt thoughts with evidence that supports your desires. Have others achieved what you want? Then it's possible for you, too. Have you succeeded at other things in your life? Then you can succeed at this, too. Build a library of proof that feeds your desire and starves your doubt. Your daily environment either supports pure desire or feeds doubt. The news, negative people, and reminders of past money struggles can all plant seeds of doubt. Create a money-positive environment by surrounding yourself with success stories, wealth-minded people, and reminders of your financial goals. Make it impossible for doubt to take root. Take inspired action from a place of pure desire, not desperate need. When you act from doubt and fear, you make poor decisions and miss opportunities. But when you act from clean, clear desire, you move with confidence and attract the right circumstances. Trust that your desire is guiding you toward wealth, even if you can't see the whole path yet. Doubt is not your friend or protector. It's the thing standing between you and your wealth. Your job is to nurture and protect your desires while showing doubt the door. With practice, you'll find yourself naturally maintaining pure desire for longer periods. This is when manifestation accelerates and wealth starts flowing more easily into your life. The universe doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to what you purely desire without doubt. Make your desire so strong that doubt has no choice but to fade away. Your wealth is waiting on the other side of pure, unwavering desire. Guard it, grow it, and watch as your financial reality transforms to match the clarity of your vision. Lesson 4. Your money story is lying to you. We all carry a money story inside us, playing on repeat like an old movie we've watched too many times. This story started forming when you were young, pieced together from what your parents said about money, what you saw around you, and the early lessons life taught you about wealth. Maybe you heard money doesn't grow on trees, or rich people are greedy. Perhaps you watched your family struggle with bills or saw money cause fights between your parents. Your money story shapes every financial decision you make today, even though most of it isn't even true. Think about it. If you grew up believing money was hard to get, you probably find yourself working harder than necessary for every dollar. If your story says I'm not good with money, you might avoid looking at your bank account or put off making investment decisions. These stories feel real because we've lived with them for so long, but they're just stories we've been telling ourselves. The good news is that your past experiences with money don't have to determine your future wealth. Just because your parents struggled doesn't mean you have to. Just because you made poor financial choices before doesn't mean you can't make brilliant ones now. Your money story is like a novel you've been reading. You can close that book and write a new one anytime you choose. Finding your current money story requires honest self-reflection. Pay attention to the thoughts that pop up when you check your bank balance or when someone mentions investing. Notice the feelings that arise when you spend money or when you see someone driving an expensive car. These reactions reveal the hidden money beliefs controlling your wealth. Write down the phrases you catch yourself thinking or saying about money. These are the chapters of your old story. Now comes the exciting part, writing your new money story. Start by deciding what you want your relationship with money to be. Instead of, I never have enough, your new story might be, money flows to me easily. Rather than, I can't afford that, try, I'm choosing to invest my money elsewhere right now. Your new story should feel both exciting and believable. If you jump straight to, I'm a billionaire, your mind will reject it as fantasy. Begin with, I'm becoming more financially confident every day, and build from there. Living your new money story means acting as if it's already true. If your story is, I make smart money decisions, start researching investments and learning about financial planning. If your story is, I attract abundance, notice the ways money already comes to you and expect more to arrive. When you catch yourself slipping into old story patterns, gently redirect your thoughts to your new narrative. This isn't about denying reality, it's about creating a new reality. Your money story is powerful, but it's not permanent. Each time you choose different thoughts about money, you weaken the old story's hold on you. Each time you take action aligned with your new story, you make it more real. The universe doesn't care about your past, it responds to your present thoughts and energy. By consciously creating and living a new money story, you open yourself to levels of wealth your old story said were impossible. Remember, your current financial situation is just the result of the story you've been telling. Change the story, and you change everything. Your new money story is waiting to be written, and you hold the pen. The only question is, what story will you choose to tell from this moment forward? Lesson 5. Rich people don't work for money. The biggest trap keeping most people from wealth is the belief that working harder leads to making more money. Look around, and you'll see countless people grinding away at jobs, trading their precious time for a paycheck, and wondering why they never get ahead. The truth is, rich people have figured out something that changes everything. They don't work for money, they make money work for them. Think about a typical job. You show up, do the work, and get paid. This creates a direct link between your time and money. The problem? There are only 24 hours in a day, which puts a hard limit on how much you can earn. Rich people break this connection early. Instead of chasing paychecks, they focus on building systems that generate money without their constant involvement. These systems come in many forms. It might be a business that runs smoothly with a team in place. It could be real estate that brings in rental income month after month. Maybe it's digital products that sell while they sleep, or investments that grow on their own. The key is that money flows whether they're actively working or not. This is how wealth really builds, not through trading time for dollars, but by creating or owning things that produce value for others. The shift begins in your mind. Start looking at everything as a potential system rather than a task. When you do any work, ask yourself, how can I do this once and get paid forever? This simple question changes everything. Instead of just completing tasks, you'll start seeing ways to package your knowledge, automate your efforts, and scale your impact. Rich people work to learn, to grow, and to build. They throw themselves into understanding how money really works. They get excited about creating solutions that help lots of people. The money that follows is a natural result of the value they create, not the hours they put in. This is why you'll often see wealthy people working harder after they're rich than they did before. They've discovered work can be deeply fulfilling when it's not just about the paycheck. Starting today, look at your own work differently. What skills do you have that could be turned into a course or a book? What problems do you solve that could become a product? How could you help more people in less time? These questions lead to opportunities for breaking free from the time for money trap. Remember, too, that rich people love leveraging other people's time, money, and resources. They know they don't have to do everything themselves. They build teams, find partners, and use tools to multiply their impact. Every dollar invested in help that frees up their time is seen as an investment in growing wealth, not as an expense to be avoided. The path to wealth opens up when you stop seeing work as the source of money and start seeing it as the way you create value. Focus on solving problems, creating systems, and building assets that work for you. Let go of the idea that hours worked equals money earned. Your time is too valuable to sell by the hour. Instead, use it to build something that pays you over and over again. This shift isn't always easy. You might need to learn new skills or face uncomfortable risks. You might have to say no to sure things, to say yes to bigger opportunities. But this is the price of breaking free from the old model of working for money. When you make this mental switch, you'll start seeing money-making opportunities everywhere. Your work will become more meaningful, and your wealth will grow in ways that your time for money past self never imagined possible. Lesson 6. Frequency first, fortune follows. Money operates on energy, just like everything else in our universe. When you truly understand this truth, you unlock a powerful secret to attracting wealth. Your energy frequency acts like a magnet, either drawing money toward you or pushing it away. The good news is that you can consciously choose and adjust your frequency to match the vibration of abundance. Think of yourself as a radio tower, constantly broadcasting a signal about money. If you're broadcasting worry, stress, and lack, that's exactly what you'll receive more of in your financial life. But when you shift your frequency to joy, excitement, and abundance, the universe has no choice but to match that energy with corresponding experiences. Your daily emotions about money matter more than your thoughts. While positive thinking is important, it's your emotional state that creates the strongest magnetic pull. When you feel wealthy, grateful, and excited about money, you naturally align with opportunities and circumstances that bring more wealth into your life. This is why some people seem to effortlessly attract money, while others struggle. They're simply operating at different frequencies. To raise your money frequency, start your day by feeling wealthy. Before checking your bank account or paying bills, take a few minutes to imagine yourself surrounded by abundance. Feel the joy of having more than enough. Experience the peace of financial freedom. Let these feelings sink deep into your body until they become your natural state of being. Throughout your day, pay attention to how you feel when dealing with money matters. Notice when your frequency drops, maybe when paying bills or seeing a large expense. Instead of staying in that lower vibration, consciously choose to shift back to abundance. Thank the bills for the services they represent. Appreciate your ability to handle expenses. See money as a friendly force that loves flowing to and through you. Your words carry frequency too. When you talk about money, use language that vibrates at the level of wealth. Replace phrases like, "I can't afford it," with "I'm choosing to invest elsewhere." Instead of complaining about prices, express gratitude for the value you receive. Your words program your energy field, so make them count. Physical actions can instantly boost your money frequency. Walk tall like someone who knows their worth. Dress in a way that makes you feel prosperous. Keep your wallet organized and treat money with respect. Create a beautiful space for handling your finances. These simple actions tell the universe you're ready to receive more. Even during money challenges, you can maintain a high frequency. See difficulties as temporary and focus on solutions rather than problems. Remember times when money flowed easily to you. Stay connected to the feeling of abundance, even when your current reality shows something different. This unwavering high frequency eventually must manifest in your physical world. Most importantly, make raising your money frequency a daily practice. Just like you wouldn't expect to get fit from one workout, you can't expect to transform your financial energy with occasional positive thoughts. Commit to maintaining a wealthy frequency regardless of external circumstances. As you consistently vibrate at the level of abundance, you'll watch in amazement as your outer world begins to match your inner state. Your frequency is the foundation of your financial future. No amount of action can overcome a low money vibration, but when you get your frequency right, everything else falls into place naturally. The universe responds to your energetic broadcast, not your wishes or wants. By consciously choosing to maintain a high money frequency, you create an energetic environment where wealth can't help but flow to you. Lesson 7. Don't save your way to wealth. The old advice about saving every penny and living below your means might sound wise, but it's actually keeping you from true wealth. While having savings is important, the belief that saving alone will make you rich is one of the biggest blocks to abundance. Rich people know that money needs to flow both ways, in and out, to create lasting wealth. Think of money like water in a garden. If you only collect water in buckets but never use it to water your plants, nothing grows. The same goes for money. When you hold onto every dollar too tightly, you create a scarcity mindset that actually pushes abundance away. The universe sees your tight grip on money as a signal that you don't trust in the flow of wealth. Rich people take a different approach. They understand that money is meant to move and grow. Instead of focusing only on saving, they look for ways to invest and multiply their money. They put their resources into assets that create more wealth, businesses, real estate, stocks, or anything else that can grow in value over time. This doesn't mean they spend carelessly. Rather, they spend strategically on things that will bring returns. The wealthy also know that having multiple income streams is much more powerful than just saving from one paycheck. They might have a main business, rental properties, investment dividends, and other sources of money flowing in. Each new income stream makes them feel more abundant and secure than simply having a big savings account. When you have money coming from different directions, you naturally adopt an abundance mindset. Your relationship with spending needs to change too. Poor thinking sees all spending as loss. Rich thinking sees strategic spending as investment. When you buy something that saves you time, teaches you valuable skills, or helps you make more money, that's not an expense. It's an investment in your wealth-building journey. Rich people gladly spend money on education, networking, and tools that help them grow. This doesn't mean you should ignore saving completely. Having some savings gives you peace of mind and options. But instead of seeing saving as your path to wealth, see it as just one part of your money strategy. Focus more energy on increasing your income and creating assets that grow in value. Look for ways to make your money work for you instead of just sitting in a bank account. Start thinking bigger about money. Rather than asking, how can I save more, ask, how can I earn more? Instead of cutting back on small pleasures, look for ways to dramatically increase your income. The energy you put into pinching pennies could be used to start a side business or learn new skills that command higher pay. Your beliefs about money need to expand too. If you believe that careful saving is the only safe path to wealth, you'll miss countless opportunities for growth. Open your mind to new ways of creating abundance. Study how wealthy people really build their fortunes. You'll find that very few got rich through saving alone. They took calculated risks, invested wisely, and focused on growth over protection. The universe has unlimited abundance to share. When you shift from a saving mindset to a growth mindset, you align yourself with this unlimited supply. You start seeing opportunities instead of obstacles. You make decisions from a place of possibility rather than fear. This energetic shift is what begins to attract more wealth into your life. The next time you feel the urge to clutch your money tightly, pause and ask if that energy serves your larger wealth goals. Choose to be in the flow of abundance rather than hiding your money away. Trust that as you learn to move money wisely, more will always come to you. This is how real wealth is built, through movement, growth, and trust in abundance. Lesson 8. Opportunity is a thought pattern. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to stumble upon amazing opportunities everywhere they go? While others walk right past golden chances, these opportunity magnets appear to have a special radar that guides them to success. The truth is, they don't have any magical powers. They've simply trained their minds to recognize opportunities that exist all around us. Think of opportunities like radio signals. They're constantly broadcasting, but you need to tune your mental receiver to the right frequency to pick them up. When you're stuck in a mindset of lack or limitation, you're like a radio that's turned off completely. But when you shift your thinking to possibility and abundance, suddenly the airways come alive with potential. This shift begins with understanding that opportunities aren't rare gems waiting to be discovered. They're actually everywhere, all the time. That person complaining about a problem? That's an opportunity to create a solution. That industry frustration everyone talks about? That's a chance to innovate. That gap in the market? That's space for your unique contribution. Every challenge, every complaint, every wish for something better is actually an opportunity in disguise. Your brain has something called the reticular activating system, RAS, which acts like a filter for what you notice in the world. When you buy a new car, you suddenly see that same model everywhere, not because more of them appeared overnight, but because you programmed your RAS to notice them. The same principle applies to opportunities. When you consciously train yourself to look for possibilities, your brain will start highlighting them automatically. Gratitude plays a crucial role in this opportunity spotting mindset. When you appreciate what you already have, you create a positive mental state that makes you more receptive to new possibilities. Start each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for, and watch how this simple practice begins to transform your perspective. You'll find yourself noticing more positive situations, more potential connections, and more chances to create value. Many people wait for luck to find them, but opportunity seekers understand that luck is something you create through conscious awareness and action. They know that every person they meet could be a potential partner, client, or mentor. Every conversation might contain the seed of a new venture. Every problem they encounter could be the foundation of a profitable solution. Problems are particularly powerful opportunity indicators. Where others see obstacles, opportunity thinkers see potential profit centers. They ask themselves, how could this be better? What would solve this? Who else has this problem? These questions open doors to new possibilities that others miss entirely. The beautiful thing about developing this opportunity mindset is that it creates a positive feedback loop. The more opportunities you spot and act on, the more evidence you gather that opportunities are abundant. This reinforces your belief in possibility, which in turn helps you notice even more opportunities. It's a self-fulfilling cycle of abundance. Start training your opportunity radar today. Pay attention to complaints, yours and others. Listen for phrases like, I wish someone would, or why isn't there a Buffron? These are market signals pointing toward unmet needs. Notice patterns and connections between different fields or ideas. Often, the biggest opportunities lie in the spaces between established categories, where no one else is looking. Opportunities don't always announce themselves with fanfare. Sometimes they whisper. Sometimes they come disguised as problems or setbacks. Sometimes they require you to connect dots that others haven't noticed or related. But when you maintain an opportunity mindset, you'll find that the world is constantly presenting you with chances to create value, solve problems, and build wealth. Lesson 9. Money flows to confidence. The biggest secret about wealth that nobody talks about is how deeply it connects to your self-worth. When you walk into a room feeling sure of yourself, opportunities seem to find you. Money flows toward those who believe they deserve it and away from those who doubt their worth. Think about the last time you felt truly confident. Maybe you nailed a presentation, mastered a new skill, or handled a tough situation perfectly. In those moments, life gets easier. People want to help you, doors open, and success feels natural. This same principle applies to money. When you radiate certainty about your value, the universe responds by sending resources your way. Most people have it backwards. They think they'll feel confident once they have money. But wealth follows confidence, not the other way around. Look at any truly wealthy person, and you'll notice they carried themselves like they were rich long before the money showed up. They spoke with authority, made decisions without second-guessing, and believed in their ideas even when others doubted. Your relationship with money mirrors your relationship with yourself. If you constantly question whether you're good enough, smart enough, or worthy enough, money will play hard to get. It's like trying to fill a bucket with holes. No matter how much comes in, your doubts will leak it away. But when you repair those holes by building genuine self-trust, money starts sticking around. Building money confidence isn't about fake positivity or pretending to be something you're not. It's about recognizing your true value and letting go of old stories that say you don't deserve abundance. Start by catching yourself when you downplay your achievements or apologize for charging what you're worth. Replace those habits with clear, direct communication about your value. Your body language speaks volumes about your money confidence. Stand tall, make eye contact, and take up space. When discussing money matters, keep your voice steady and strong. These simple physical adjustments tell your brain you're worthy of wealth, and others pick up on that energy too. Soon you'll notice people treating you differently, offering better opportunities, and respecting your time more. Take action like a confident person would. Make decisions quickly instead of waiting for permission. Share your ideas boldly instead of hiding them. Ask for what you want instead of hoping someone notices you. Each time you act with confidence, you build evidence that supports your new wealthy identity. Touch how you talk about money. Confident people discuss wealth openly and positively. They ask questions to learn more. They celebrate others' success instead of feeling threatened by it. They talk about their own financial goals with excitement rather than shame or doubt. Your words program your mind, so choose ones that reflect abundance. Confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself. Start small. If you say you'll save $100, 0 cents this week, do it. If you commit to learning about investing for 30 minutes each day, follow through. Each time you honor your word, you prove to yourself that you can trust your own guidance. This self-trust becomes a magnetic force that attracts money. True confidence isn't about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about knowing that whatever happens, you can handle it. When you approach money from this grounded, capable place, you make better decisions, you attract better opportunities, You negotiate from strength instead of fear, and, most importantly, you signal to the universe that you're ready to receive all the abundance it wants to send your way. Lesson 10. Wealth is a spiritual responsibility. Money carries deep spiritual meaning that most people miss entirely. When you start seeing wealth as a spiritual duty rather than just dollar signs, everything shifts. Your relationship with money becomes about something bigger than yourself. Think about this. The universe wants to express abundance through you. By staying small and playing poor, you're actually blocking the natural flow of prosperity that wants to move through your life. You become like a clogged pipe that stops the water of abundance from flowing freely. Rich people understand that making money isn't selfish, it's sacred. The more wealth you create, the more you can help others and make a real difference in the world. When you have abundance, you can feed more people, build more schools, support more causes, and lift more lives. Your wealth becomes a tool for good. Many spiritual people feel guilty about wanting money. They've bought into the idea that being spiritual means being poor. But look at nature. It shows us endless abundance. Trees don't produce just one fruit, they make thousands. Fields don't grow just one flower, they burst with countless blooms. The universe itself is constantly expanding. Abundance is the natural way of things. Your spiritual path and your wealth path are the same path. As you grow spiritually, you should also grow financially. More inner riches should lead to more outer riches. If you're advancing spiritually but still struggling with money, something is blocked. This is where your spiritual responsibility comes in. You must clear your money blocks not just for yourself, but for everyone your wealth could help. Every dollar you don't make because of fear or limiting beliefs is a dollar that can't go to worthy causes. Every opportunity you don't take because of doubt is help that never reaches someone in need. The world needs more conscious, wealthy people. We need more people who combine spiritual awareness with financial abundance, people who can use money as a force for good, people who understand that wealth isn't just about buying stuff, it's about making a difference. Start seeing yourself as a channel for abundance rather than just a collector of it. Ask yourself daily, how can I expand my capacity to receive and give? What would I do with great wealth to help others? How can my financial success create positive change? Your spiritual growth and your bank account should grow together. Meditate on abundance. Pray for prosperity. See making money as part of your spiritual practice. Release any guilt or shame around wealth. The universe wants you to be rich, not just for you, but for all the good you can do with those resources. Take inspired action from this elevated perspective. Let your business decisions be guided by both practical wisdom and spiritual insight. Build wealth with conscious awareness. Create success that serves your highest purpose and the greater good. Playing small serves no one. Your financial struggles don't help the poor. Your limitations don't lift anyone else up. You honor your spiritual path by expanding your prosperity. You fulfill your divine purpose by becoming a force for abundance in the world. The next time you feel conflicted about making money, remind yourself, this isn't just about you. Your wealth is meant to be a blessing for others. Your abundance is meant to overflow and nourish many lives. You have a spiritual responsibility to become as prosperous as possible so you can do as much good as possible. This is your sacred duty. Lesson 11. Create before you consume. The world splits into two types of people, those who create and those who consume. The creators build wealth while consumers spend it. This simple truth shapes your entire financial future. When you shift from being mainly a consumer to becoming a creator, money starts flowing toward you instead of away from you. Think about your typical day. How much time do you spend watching others' content, buying things, or using services versus making something valuable? Most people wake up and immediately start consuming. Most people wake up and immediately start consuming. Most people consume the objects that they bought, wearing clothes they purchased. They might spend their whole day taking in what others have created while creating nothing themselves. Rich thinking means flipping this pattern on its head. Before you check your phone in the morning, create something. Before you buy lunch, make something valuable. Before you scroll through social media, build something that could generate income. This doesn't mean you never consume. It means you prioritize creation over consumption. Creating doesn't always mean inventing products or starting businesses. You create value when you solve problems, share knowledge, build relationships, or improve systems. A teacher creates value by developing better ways to help students learn. A gardener creates by finding ways to serve customers better or make processes more efficient. The magic happens when you start creating things that can make money while you sleep. This could be online courses, books, music, art, or automated systems. Rich people focus on building assets that work for them instead of just trading time for money. They know that true wealth comes from creating things that provide ongoing value to others. Many people feel stuck because they think they have nothing valuable to create. This is a lie your mind tells you. Everyone has unique experiences, skills, and insights that others would find valuable. The key is starting small and creating consistently. Write one helpful article, make one useful video, solve one person's problem. Then, do it again tomorrow. Your creative energy directly connects to your wealth energy. When you create more than you consume, you send a signal to the universe that you're a producer, a maker, a builder. Money naturally flows toward creators because they add value to the world. Consumers take value out, so money flows away from them. Train yourself to see everything as raw material for creation. That problem at work? Turn it into a solution you can sell to others. That hobby you love? Create content about it. That skill you've mastered? Package it into something learnable. Rich thinking means always asking, what can I create from this? The modern world makes it easier than ever to consume and harder to create. Notifications, entertainment, and shopping are always just a click away. But real wealth and fulfillment come from pushing past the easy consumption path and choosing creation instead. Make it your rule to create something valuable before you consume anything each day. Start viewing yourself as a creator rather than a consumer. Notice how this shift changes your energy and your relationship with money. When you focus on creating value first, consumption becomes a conscious choice rather than a default pattern. Your wealth grows naturally because you're contributing more than you're taking. This is how rich people think. They know that consistent creation leads to lasting abundance. Everything around you, every product, service, building, and business started as someone's creation. Why not let the next valuable creation come from you? Your creative power is unlimited. Use it to build wealth by making things that serve others while you sleep. Lesson 12. Think like you're already rich. The biggest secret wealthy people know is that they became rich in their minds long before it showed up in their bank accounts. When you think like you're already rich, you make completely different choices than when you think from a place of lack. This mental shift is what separates those who stay stuck from those who create lasting wealth. Rich thinking starts the moment you wake up. Instead of worrying about bills or checking your account balance first thing, you begin your day knowing that abundance is your natural state. You take a few deep breaths and feel gratitude for the wealth that exists in your life right now. This could be as simple as appreciating your comfortable bed, the roof over your head, or the opportunities waiting for you today. Your daily choices transform when you adopt this mindset. You stop asking, "Can I afford this?" and start asking, "Is this the best use of my money?" Rich people don't deny themselves things. They make strategic decisions about their resources. When you think like you're already wealthy, you naturally invest in quality items that last longer, that are successes that will grow your wealth further. The way you treat money changes too. Rather than holding onto every dollar out of fear, you see money as a flowing resource that needs to circulate. You tip generously, knowing there's always more coming. You invest in yourself through learning and growth. You don't hesitate to spend money on things that will save you time or help you make more money. Your conversations about money shift dramatically. Instead of complaining about prices or talking about what you can't afford, you discuss investments, opportunities, and ways to grow wealth. You naturally attract people who think the same way. Your network starts to include more successful people because you're speaking their language and operating at their frequency. Time becomes more valuable than money in your mind. Rich people know that while money can be earned back, time is irreplaceable. You begin protecting your time fiercely and investing it in activities that bring the highest return, whether that's financial, emotional, or spiritual. You stop wasting time on things that don't serve your greater vision. Your relationship with work transforms completely. Instead of working for a paycheck, you work to create value. You think about ways to solve bigger problems and serve more people. Your focus shifts from earning money to building systems and assets that generate wealth. You start seeing opportunities everywhere because your mind is tuned to abundance rather than scarcity. The way you carry yourself changes naturally. You walk taller, speak with more authority, and make decisions with confidence. People start treating you differently because they can sense your inner certainty. You dress and groom yourself impeccably, not to impress others, but because that's what feels aligned with your wealthy identity. Even your spending habits reflect this new identity. You buy less but better quality. You invest in experiences that expand your mind and network. You're not afraid to spend money on things that matter, but you become naturally resistant to wasting money on things that don't align with your wealthy identity. Your home, car, and surroundings start to reflect the success you know is already yours. Most importantly, you stop waiting to be rich to live a rich life. You find ways to experience abundance now, whether that's through free concerts in the park, hosting dinner parties for friends, or simply taking time to watch a beautiful sunset. True wealth isn't about the numbers in your bank account. It's about living life fully and abundantly right now. This mindset shift might feel uncomfortable at first, like you're pretending, but remember, every wealthy person started exactly where you are. They chose to think differently before their reality caught up. Your current financial situation is just that, current. It's not permanent unless you keep thinking the same thoughts that created it. Start thinking like you're already rich and watch as your outer world begins to match your inner beliefs.